you can imagine, there's this family at Thanksgiving, right? And they're sitting there and they're having this big feast and they're all excited. And, you know, this mother's sitting there with this huge pan with this, you know, ham that's kind of halfway in there. And she starts cutting the ends off the ham, right? She starts cutting the ends off the ham. And the daughter, who's like 4 years old, is just curious as all get up. And she asks, you know, Mom, why are you cutting the ends off the ham? She stops and she says, you know what, I don't know. I don't know, my mom always did it. You know, Grandma, why do you cut the ends off the ham? She said, I don't know, my mom always did it. Let's call great-grandma. Great-grandma, you know, obviously she wasn't at the dinner at the time. Great-grandma, why do you cut off the ends off there? Why did you cut the ends off the ham? And she said, my pan was too small. Familiar with the placebo effect? Yeah, really powerful thing, right? It's where this new drug is coming to market and they have to test it. It has to go through this rigorous testing. And in order for it to get approved, it has to go through the placebo effect. So for example, here's the real drug, right? It's going through testing. I'm going to give it to this half of the group, take it once a day for a week, come back, let's look at the results. Here's this sugar pill, but the doctor doesn't tell the patient that. I'm going to give you this drug, it's going to have this result, come back in a week, and we'll look at the results. Did you know that 35% of the people on this side will have the same exact effect as the people who took the actual drug? What's happening in that moment? Aren't we powerful? What that means is reality is happening all around us. All around us, reality is happening. But how each individual takes in reality is completely unique, completely subjective. Suggesting that if there are 6.2 billion human beings on this planet, how many realities are happening all at once? 6.2 billion. Is that fascinating to think about? Isn't that fun to think about? What is it that's determining how we're pulling in this reality? I'll give you a hint.
Beliefs.
It's what we believe, right? Do we get it? Do we get it now? It's our beliefs, it's our perceptions, it's our conditioning, it's our programming, whatever you want to call it. These deep-seated ideas that we hold as truth are creating our reality. It's like we grow up, right? We're getting clothed with all these beliefs, all these ideas, and you know, we go through life. By the time we're 18 or 19, you know, we start to look down and we got like, you know, pink galoshes on, we got like Argyle socks on, you know, a tube top on, you know, a purple, you know, cowboy hat or something on, and we're like,
How did you grow up?
Right. But when we start to question some of the things that we've been clothed with as ideas and start to pick them apart a little bit and start to really use that analytical brain as to disassemble ideas that are limiting, we can start to gain our power back and start to be happy more and start to achieve more, start to do more, start to have all of these great things come into our lives. You know, but it is a part of it is a conscious effort to say, I do want these things. I do, and I'm going to fight for them because I do deserve it. Because each and every one of us in this room deserves to be happy, successful, rich, joyful. And how important is this little thing called attitude? Just a little bit. Attitude is powerful. For me personally, it's thinking and emotional. You know, the ability to choose empowering and positive thoughts versus, you know, disempowering thoughts. We have two types of thoughts. One are unconscious thought patterns. The other ones are conscious. Like right now, can you guys pick a thought?
No.
Stupid question, right? Can you pick a thought right now? Totally, right? How about right now? How about right now? How about right now? How about right now? So the idea is when we become more aware and more conscious and more awake, we can begin to project thought, who we want to become, what we want to achieve, you know, the sort of experiences we want to have. And so being conscious, being awake, and being alert, and using them deliberately to create thoughts that empower you emotionally will produce the actions necessary to go and achieve whatever result that it is that you want. Does that make sense? How many of you guys know the difference between motivation and inspiration? Inspiration just feels better, you know, it's just more aliveness to whatever you're doing. And motivation is just like, you know, you got a monkey on your back, but you got to do something anyway. If there was a way to manage attitude, you could literally manage your attitude. How many of you would be interested in knowing how to do that? If you're not raising your hand, you're in the wrong place. The mind can only focus on one thing at a time. Any multitaskers in this room thinking, bull. So we know this, that our focus of attention can only grab hold of one thing at a time, even though we might be texting and trying. Anybody still doing that?
No.
No more. The mind creates in the direction of its focus. We all agree on that one? I mean, wherever Tony Robbins always says, what we focus on, we experience. So the mind triggers on questions. Our brains are like Google. We ask it a question, it goes and searches for the answer. I mean, we are so brilliant, guys. We're such geniuses. We just sometimes are lacking some of the tools to access some of that brilliance. Consider the possibility that questions can manage your own attitude. So how can we formulate questions in a way that keep us on the front side?
How about when I close that sale, how will I feel today?
Yeah, great. That's a great. Do you see how the question focuses you in a direction? That by asking questions and focusing on the answer, that we can start to manage our own attitude and our own emotional states to be more productive. Because again, if somebody's depressed and somebody's excited, who's going to be more productive? And you might be thinking, yeah, he's really trying to convince us here. Yes, I am trying to convince you that you're powerful and you're brilliant and you're a genius and you can have anything you want. You just got to fight for it.